welcome. I made it back.
Yes.
It's too early for all my helpers this morning, so
Okay.
I'm going to be running and hitting buttons. But welcome Facebook, welcome YouTube or podcast or wherever you're hearing us, maybe on WLRH later on. But I got Victoria Jones here today, the amazing and ever talented.
Thank you.
Were you always talented? I called you the ever
I
talented.
think so. Well,
You're
no.
just a
I
toddler
take that
with
back.
like a banjo.
No, I listened
playing
to
away.
some of my old works. I'm like, what were you thinking? Nope. No, it was a process.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's a good sign though that you're growing.
Yeah.
The more you hate your old stuff, the
Oh
more.
my gosh. Or like when I was playing around, like I do, there was like one song of mine that I mastered, produced everything. But I listened to it like when I was playing around with other like mixing stuff. I'm like, that is not okay. Like that does not need to be shared anywhere. But it's just funny because I was going in on GarageBand.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So it was all a garage band production. What do you call that? Like you did all the sampling and everything.
Yes.
Did you have what kind of instruments did you have like backing you up?
So
garage band instruments.
I would definitely do a lot of piano. I like to do like that alternate string thing.
String.
It was weird. It was like, it made this weird sound. It was like, dun, 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 dun. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was synthesizer.
Like a sitar or like a.
I just know it was a hot mess. Like that's all I know. Because I listened to it back and I'm like, what?
What was the name of this track? I want to look it up now.
I don't even have it. No, it's not shared.
Oh, you just
That's
read it.
not
Darn
shared.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thank
I know.
God.
I remember when GarageBand came out, and people were like, "This is revolutionary," and it always had the same like the thing that gets. I hear I'll go on a tirade. The thing about like '80s music is always has the same snare hit. You ever notice that? And It's
Yeah.
always the same. And GarageBand had that too, and I was just
Yeah.
like, I can't wait till they edit this out or something. Now it's nice and fancy, but
Yeah.
I remember when GarageBand came out, people were just like just freaking out.
Oh my gosh. I was determined before I ever came out with White Butterfly and before like I ever met 318 Productions and everything to get it recorded. I was like, I'm going to do it in my room. And I was so ready. And I'm so glad that was not in the cards at that time because who knows what it would have sounded
How
like.
many fully produced tracks did you get out of GarageBand in your
I think
room?
I got like honestly, maybe 4 or 5, but not like the ones that are on my EP, but like around 4 or 5. And one of them, though, I
Nice.
shared on SoundCloud.
Okay.
It was called like Let's Get Back to Unity, and it was so slight. It was super like simple, but that was work because I remember my dad.
Oh, yeah.
He was watching like the NFL. I'm like, can you turn it down? Like I'm trying to record, and then I'll try to sing really fast.
Important art.
Exactly.
on
You're in my
GarageBand
house.
is
It don't
going
matter.
down.
I'm gonna turn on I'm gonna watch my TV, and I'm like, I'm trying to go places, but no, it's funny.
They'll be worth so much money sometime.
Exactly. I'm not going to shout you
GarageBand
out when I'm on stages now because
Yeah,
you acting up.
that's what
I'm kidding.
happens.
Exactly.
Well, we were checking our phones earlier to make sure we don't get any errant calls.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
We're on internet TV. That's what I have to tell people. Like, oh yeah, we're on radio sometimes, and we're on internet radio. And
Yes.
then for some of our guests who are of different generations, like we have a variety of people here. I'm like, I just have to figure out like, okay, you use a computer or a phone, and this is how you get to this, and this is what this is. But thanks so much for talking to us. You got White
problem.
Butterfly, still an awesome CD. It's available at some like local stores, right?
Yeah. So Green Street Market, their actual store, it is actually in store, and that's such a cool feeling. That's surreal. It feels like I'm going back in time, like we can go. Be like, I'm gonna pick up some groceries.
Actually
and
buy
go
real
see-
music from a real
Yes.
store. It happens.
Yes, and so yeah, that's a dream. But it's also on iTunes, Spotify. It is on YouTube now. So
You've taken the jump into the
taking
YouTube.
the jump. I tried to withhold.
I don't know if they have like what do you call it? Like robotized all that stuff. There's a better word.
Monetization.
Monetized or well, it seems like if you put something on YouTube, they'll get it on like YouTube Red, and that's owned by Google. So I don't know if it's just all becoming one thing slowly.
Yeah.
But there's so many ways to get music now.
Yeah.
When people
there
name
is.
them, I'm always like know half of them and then know the
Exactly.
other.
Oh, that one's new. Oh,
Right.
okay.
But if you want real physical music, where is the Green Street Market store? Because I have never been there
The
myself.
Green Street Market store. You know what?
It's not on Green Street, is it?
Okay, so it is. I can't even tell you the
I
address
just
off the
pulled
top of
you
my
off
head, but
Yeah.
like let's like try to share like a link out like
Yes, we'll-
of the location.
Appearing
Like the
below
address.
in the future version of the edited.
It's not here now, but yeah, I can't name like their
Oh
address off
yeah.
the top of my head.
But if y'all haven't been to Green Street Market, that's an awesome
Oh
place
my
to go in
God,
Huntsville.
yes.
And they've had live music for a while now, like a
Yes.
couple of years. Like, I know Microwave Davis played there. I think Dave Anderson may have played
Dave
there
Anderson.
in the past. And always, it's weekly, right?
Yeah, every Thursday, and it usually happens in the evenings. I believe like around maybe 4, or definitely after 4 it picks up. But even when I was there, of course I was there to perform, but just being able to see like local artisans,
Oh, yeah.
farmers,
And all sorts of stuff. Like,
oh my gosh, it was amazing. I mean, I loved it. And I was grateful to be a part of it. But once again, they have the actual physical store that so many people don't know about. And
Yeah.
they've been there for years.
really?
But so I'm gonna have to send y'all the address.
Yes,
'cause I don't
we'll send you guys
know.
that. And but yeah, Green Street Market. I've been there, and they've had like gourmet popsicles, and of course like fresh produce and like
vegan restaurant
bakery,
stuff,
oh,
like-
vegan stuff. Yeah,
I was
Fancy-
like
the fancy
in
tofu
heaven
stuff.
last. Oh my gosh, I went 2 weeks ago now, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, vegan cheesecakes. What? Like they had meals. I was up in there.
it takes
I
some
loved it.
skill to just like cut out what of a lot of Americans' diet and then cook great food. So you know when you've got like the fancy vegan food, that it's always
Yes.
like legit,
It was so good.
and they know how to use spices, y'all. So please
Yes.
keep it spicy
I know.
with the.
Please season your stuff.
Is there anything you've got? You said the vegan food. Is there anything else at Green Street Market you look out for?
I can't lie. Like for the most part, I eat gluten free.
Mm-hmm.
But that pretzel, is it Canadian pretzel? I forgot.
Oh, I don't know
He's
the names.
local.
Uh-huh.
But every time I see him, I'm like, what's up?
And so like
His
those
pretzels are
giant
so
soft
pretty.
pretzels, or
Yeah,
are they?
and he bakes them fresh, and they're just, for one, they're gorgeous, and I'm just like,
You
dude,
gotta
I just
break
want-
the gluten chain for
exactly,
that one.
Exactly.
Can't help
Sometimes
it.
I just want to buy one and be like, hey, family, I got this for you. I just wanted to hold
just
it.
wanna
'cause it
watch
was
you
so
guys
pretty.
eat it.
Exactly, because it's so pretty. But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess with a pretzel you can make all sorts of shapes. Like you can
Oh my
you can do
gosh.
all sorts of.
I mean, they
awesome
just
things.
always look perfect. I'm like, how? But anyway, they're good.
You make 1,000 of them, and then you get like the muscle memory for pretzels, I guess.
I guess.
But you are playing this weekend, I should say. Y'all should really show up downtown Huntsville. It's all over downtown Huntsville, but it's the
Yes.
Women in Music weekend from Downtown Huntsville Inc. And Alex was just talking about that over here. And man,
Yeah.
there's oh my gosh, I can't even speak about how many. I mean, I know where Judy Allison's playing.
Yeah.
Allie Free, it must be playing at some point.
Yeah.
Wanda, of course, and Alex Hendricks herself is playing
Yeah.
at like the singer-songwriter roundtable.
Yes.
And
So-
well, where are your gigs at? Maybe you could at least start there because there's so
Yeah.
many of them.
Well, there's over 25 women playing
Mm-hmm.
in 15 venues. So I think it is the largest
so good.
women in music weekend in the state. So that's
Yes.
just kind of crazy to even think about.
Nice.
But my show will be August 11th
Mm-hmm.
at Straight to L. It shows 7 to 10, so you can come around that time. It's
Mm-hmm.
really going to be like maybe 8 to 10, but it's going to be an in the round kind of setup. So like
Okay.
literally, it's going to be me, Victoria Jones, Alex
Mm-hmm.
Hendricks, Lana White, and Christina Lynn. All of us were going to be sharing music within those 2 hours and like literally just going around sharing our stories and music.
So y'all will all be up there like together
yeah.
most of the time?
Oh yeah, so like
that's
total
cool.
like female woman power. It's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
legit. I'm excited. So yeah, I'll be there. And actually, Judy Allison, she's asked me to come and just kind of feature on her set the 9th. It's yeah, August the 9th, from 6 to 8, and it's gonna be at the is it Church Wine Shop?
Is it the
Church Street
Sip?
Wine Shop? No, it's not,
Not
Sip.
Sip, Church
It's
Street
Church
Wine
Street
Shop?
Wine Shop.
I don't know. There's so many.
It's near Sidetracks. It's really cute.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
Okay,
excited
cool.
about that.
Yeah, and like sidetracks, if you know what Sin Shays is, it's in that same like zone.
Yeah.
Kind of. I always try and tell people where that's at because it's like it's a hidden gem kind
It
of.
really is.
I wish they had a giant like pillar of light, like a sign right by the because if you drive on
That's what you
on
need.
the highway, you literally drive right by it. So it's on like Church Street, like across the tracks right there behind the Bryant Bank building, I think.
And I will say,
But, yeah,
Google
check out
Maps
place.
is so bad at trying to lead you there. Because
Yeah,
I got
really?
there and it was like it was an open road. It's like, you were here. I'm like, there is. No, I'm not. So, but yeah, it's a hidden
This
gem.
field is the venue.
Exactly.
The PA is not provided. Sorry.
Exactly.
That's
So
probably. I mean, if you're a musician, you've had that show.
Oh yeah, you have.
Yeah, it was like, there's a sound guy, but he's passed out drunk there, so like, good luck.
I haven't experienced that yet. I haven't experienced that yet.
Good for you. You're
He's like,
doing fine. No, you don't need that gig. There's a couple of gigs you don't need. But yeah, I was gonna ask you. So there's so many awesome women playing, and we're super blessed to have that many. Because just
Yeah.
when seeing them all on the billboard, which you can see on Downtown Huntsville
Yeah.
Inc.'s like their Facebook event for it,
Yeah.
you've got the full listing of all the shows. Like there's so many great talented
yeah.
women that are playing, and hopefully inspiring a whole new generation.
Oh yes.
Because that's huge. And I know you've been like looking into some education and stuff like that. Have you had any experience with that?
with education.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be going to school for education this fall, and so far, like I once did like it's like a small program with Kelvin Wooten, and it was like we were just showing kids, just broadening their horizons with like instruments and everything. And a lot of them, they had never even seen like a guitar or something before.
Really?
And so once again, like I know music is what I'm made to do, but I just remember even being a part of that. It just felt like, oh my gosh, this is like a destiny puzzle piece. You know what I mean? But as far as I think that's it as far as education. But I'm excited to see where that road leads to, because I believe, I just know that's kind of innately in me. I'm that person that wants to walk things through and then yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's huge, especially like supporting the younger artists while they're growing up here, because they're just gonna move away, especially if they're awesome and talented.
Yeah.
And they don't have any place to play, or they don't like have a receptive audience.
Oh, yeah.
Like we will lose all those awesome musicians. So go out and support them, please.
Yeah. Yes.
And yeah, and showing kids like new instruments, I think that's huge for. I mean, Huntsville's a pretty diverse place. We have a lot of variety of music too.
Yeah.
But yeah, some kids like they haven't seen a cello, or they haven't seen like those I can't even think of what the names are, those like drums they use in traditional Scottish music. It's like there's always something, and you never know which kid is gonna be like,
yeah,
a violin.
Or even
What is
like
a violin?
girls, because that was one of the things discussed. Like somebody once asked, they're like, well, why should a man come to this event? And it was like, well, yeah. And it's like, that's a good question. Part
But it's
of me
good
went
that they ask it.
It
I mean,
is. At first I'm like, well, how do you think you got in this world? I'm kidding. But no.
Call your mom right now.
Call your mom right now. But no, I mean, I think when you invest in women, and I'm grateful that our city is honoring women in this way. I think when you invest in women, for one, because we do, we give life. We're the ones that's kind of helping to replenish this thing. And then even to build up a young girl. Like I was like, if a man has a wife or a daughter, him coming out to see us is also honoring them. And I just think women, young girls, and kids in general, they need to be able to see that whatever craft that you've been blessed with, whether it be music, whether it be, yes, it can be engineering because we live in an engineering city, but whatever it is that you are gifted to do, there is room for your gift, and you can work, you can do that, make it a business, make it a profession, and you can thrive in that. You don't have to just settle and be like, well, that's too far-fetched, or I don't think enough people are going to support me, and not pursue it at all. So that's what I hope that Women in Music kind of just brings, like that fortified front of like, we're doing it. Some of them are mothers and they're musicians. You know what? And I don't know. I just think it's amazing.
Oh, it's very cool. And plus, like, you want to have diversity in the songwriting community so you can get all that. I mean, if you just have the same perspective every night and you're going to see the same perspective every night, you're going to get bored.
And there's some things that, like, even I think between a man and a woman that, like, you guys can't articulate. That's not a bad thing.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, there's just something.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, we have intuition working for us. We have, our emotional intelligence. Not saying that y'all are not, but still, like, we're in tune with all those things. And the fact that we can convey it in story and in song, you should come and see us.
Yeah, check it out. And it's going Thursday through Sunday, right? I think.
Yeah, the 9th through the 12th. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of days. So it's even more than a weekend now. Like we keep saying, Women in Music Weekend, but it starts on Thursday. I think so. A lot of venues that don't even always have music are having people. Some of the coffee shops and, like you said, like the wine distilleries, places like this. There's like really really cool places to see it. So please check that out. But people can find your White Butterfly CD online on iTunes and Spotify and all the YouTube and that stuff like that.
Amazon, all that good stuff.
Do you mind playing a little sample? You said you were gonna like give us a taste.
Give you a little taste.
And this is exactly the track that I was gonna request anyways.
Oh, so good.
So yeah, take it away, I guess.
Okay. I'm tired of sitting here behind the window pane of my fears, watching life just pass me by. How I wanna take a trip outside, and then I hear a voice inside my head saying it's time to rise and live again. So I make my way to the light. Oh, I'm finally going outside, and I can feel the sun on my skin, and I can start to smile. Yeah, I'm coming up for air, 'cause I ain't breathing a while. Yeah, yeah, I'm choosing to live for now. Oh.
Thank you so much. That was Victoria Jones with Live for
Yes.
Now. That's a nice sample.
Yes. And you
But-
can hear more.
Oh yeah, you
On the
can
CD.
find it more. The full thing is on the CD. We'll play a little bit of the track later on for the podcast and radio listeners. But yeah, I just love interviewing you because it makes my day better because you're so positive. So I
Whoa,
just need to
thank
thank
you.
you for that.
No, thank you
Because
for your words.
I don't know. I mean, there's like these days we need all the positivity I feel like we can get just with everybody's so exposed to the news and everything.
Oh, yeah.
But you look like you still really enjoy playing that song. Is that one like been in your repertoire for a while?
Yes, I mean, Live for Now, I think even the story behind Live for Now, like, I wrote that in a season where I'm like, to be honest, I think I had some fear about, like,
Yeah.
where I would go with music because I had no connections. I didn't see anything. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just tired of, like, listening to everybody else's songs. I'm tired of just seeing my life go by when I know that I can just, like, delve into mine. And then also, when I was writing this song, I was thinking about cancer patients. I was thinking about even like, you know, domestic abuse, like those things. I think I think this song is just, it can go so many places. And so, yeah, I just noticed that over the past couple of years, this song has just kind of been surfacing back up.
Right.
Just not just in my spirit, but even with other people,
Yeah.
like they really like that song. They're really drawn to it. So, yeah, Live for Now. Live for now. There's a lot of stuff that we want to apprehend in the busyness of everything. There's
Right.
so much to do, but the life in between is so important, and you just got to live for now.
Right, and something you make like this track, like might help somebody out or really
Yeah.
resonate more than you expect.
Yes, it's my prayer.
Yes, definitely, and I've definitely seen like with a lot of people and musicians, they'll say like, "Oh, we just threw this track in the CD
Yeah.
because we had it laying around from the last CD, and then it does better than like the rest of the
Yeah.
CD." And people are like, "Well, I don't know how it works, but stuff just, I guess, the right time in people's lives, and it hooks on,
Hey.
and that's awesome."
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you about like some of your non-musical women that might have inspired you, like when you're thinking about songwriting or just like growing into the person you are now. Like, were there anybody, any women that kind of sparked your interest?
My interest. I would shout out my mom because she's a strong woman, and she's also very intuitive, and so definitely like kind of watching her, I think it's given me like wings as well to be like, okay, like speak up, and you know, my mom's just strong, and so I think that yeah, I think she's one of those non-musical women. Some other, I mean, Bible characters, like some of the women that are in there, I'm like, dang, they were strong. They're not just like pious, like, oh, you know, Lord help me, but like they, you know, they're walking into a big room serving kings, and I'm like, I identify with that. But also, I think in the music sector though, if I had to say somebody that really inspires me, a lot of my favorite artists are from the UK. So Emily Sandé,
Okay.
she is, honestly, even when people ask me like what's your style, or like who do you sound most like, and I would definitely have to say her because she's an amazing writer. Her intuition and her like, I mean, you hear so much in her music. You hear philosophy, you hear heart, you hear, I guess, empathy. Like you just hear that, and she's just so, she's just amazing. So I definitely, I'm inspired by her.
Very cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's always that all those little parts And I think of a lot of songwriters have those layers to their songs, but that's all part of keeping it interesting and
Yeah.
like keeping you intrigued. Are there any? I know you mentioned some of the people you're playing with. Are there any people you're excited with playing this coming weekend? I guess
I'm excited about all the women that I'm playing with, like Judy Allison, Alex Hendricks, Lana White. I'm excited about that. I feel like I always mess up her name, but is it Ingrid?
I think it's Ingrid.
Ingrid. Mm-hmm. I love her.
That's Ingrid Feltz, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Ingrid Marie. Yes.
Ingrid Marie, yeah.
I love her. Like from a distance, like I don't think we even met, but I'm just like, I love her sound. There's also another one, Claire. Claire Carpenter. I've like seen her from afar, and we both like the same artist, Leona Lahavas. But no, when I listen, I mean, that girl got soul. She has like spirit. Like, I mean, everything is up in her lyrics. So I'm very inspired by her too. So I'm hoping that even as this weekend goes, and even though I'll be busy, that I can make it out and see all these other people that might not be in my sets.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on like at the same time too, because it's 4 days, but there's a ton of artists.
Yes.
I'm sure Alex after this will take a long 2-day nap
she
or
worked
something.
her behind off too.
Yes.
Yes.
So I was talking to her. I was like, I hope this is going to be a week of women music, and she's like, that would be amazing. But then she was like, kind of look on her face like, wait, I know how many emails I'm getting right now.
I know.
Because and wrangling all those venues, like, big ups to you, Alex.
And women
strong.
in general, we got a lot of questions. You know what I mean?
They have demands.
Exactly, we have demands. Like, I feel like sometimes guys, like, y'all get asked the questions like, oh, okay, like, y'all get straight to it. But women were like, okay, now what's the venue gonna be like? Like, is my voice gonna be able to match like the atmosphere? Is it dry? You know what I mean? It's just so much. We're something else.
You got a lot of planning involved.
Yes.
So it's good enough.
So
but yeah,
good.
and so that track she played, "Live for Today," is on that CD, White Butterfly, which got 5 tracks on it.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Lana White and Kelvin Wooten, which you'll be playing with for Listen Local, which is a very cool setup. You got like all 3 of y'all, and probably Alan Little. Big ups to him for hosting all that stuff and staying busy, man. They've been doing a lot of great shows. I think they had one on the park.
Concerts on the Park.
Yeah, a while ago. But Alan played Concerts on the Park, didn't he? With like 45 Surprise, or I know he had a backup band too, but. Yeah,
I don't know,
but
I know he played.
I hope I got it right. Yeah, somebody might be yelling at me.
I know, right? Just get a hateful email.
But yeah, so when's the Listen Local thing going down?
That is November 3rd, and it's going to be at Tangled Strings. And yes, again, Grammy nominated Kelvin Wooten, he will be there, which I'm excited about. And then Lana White, she will be there, and then myself, and I know Alan, he's over it, and I know he's going to play, and all of them are so good. So good.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm really excited.
Yeah, and Tangled Strings is that's another place you should check out if you haven't yet. I think they're open as like a guitar shop most days, so you could probably just walk in there and hang out.
Say hello to Danny.
Yeah, for sure.
And Susan.
Yeah. They got some cool people there. And they'll show you the place. I mean, they're always hanging out there. But for the shows, it's very like it sounds great.
Oh my god.
The room is well like built up, so there's not like any nasty reverb. Even though I think that skeleton of that place is probably just like a warehouse box. But there's so much like work and love has been poured into that place.
It's really state of the
great.
art. Like it's amazing. I mean, they are class acts. And
For
you
sure.
can see that. You
And
can hear it.
That's so important because if you have a bad sound, you could ruin the best performer.
Yes.
You can get Adele, and then you put her in the wrong room, and it's
Exactly.
gonna sound
Give me back
be
my
rough.
money. Exactly.
But yeah, Kelvin, man, we could talk about him because he's got some. He helps produce like videos. He writes a bunch of music.
Oh my gosh.
All the stuff. Look him up because he does some really cool stuff.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, I just see his like he'll just have like a 15-second clip or something on Facebook, and I'm like already like. Got the shivers or something from like just some chord changes he did on the keys or
like
something.
When you look at him and you see him, like you already know like there's this special aura about him. But I really can like my favorite photo of him that he's like allowed to like surface is like him with this. Is it an hourglass? Like one of those things. And I'm like, he looks like a magician. And like, you are a magician. Do you know what you do with sound? But I mean, like he
looks like an intense guy to me. Like he looks like he's really into
and he's just,
whatever
but he's so kind.
On.
He's so kind
That's
too.
awesome.
But no, like I mean, like he's worked with Al Green, the Bee Gees, TLC. Yeah, he's legit.
Yeah, and check him out. He's got works and produces with like all sorts. So
Yeah.
there's like a lot of stuff coming up. But yeah, is there anything else coming up that you're like looking forward to? I'm sure you're like fixated on this. There's so many gigs going up.
I will say so far, like the focus for like this week, because I'm learning, especially this year, I'm learning to take it week by week.
Yeah.
This has been the craziest year of my life. But no, like the focus is really just women in music, and then even though it's a long haul, November 3rd, listen local. There will be a couple things in between, but I'll share that later.
Yeah. Summer's
But,
always like crazy for
Yeah.
music. We definitely
Yes.
understand.
Yeah, that, and then sometimes you just get called on too. It's like, hey, we weren't planning this, but come over here, and it's like, oh my god,
2 days.
am I open? Exactly. It's
Right.
like, can I promote? But anyway, but yeah, that's the focus. But I'm
So,
excited.
Do you have any like new tracks that you're going to be debuting on the?
Yes.
I was about to say, like,
thank you.
you're
For actually-
ready. You seem like you're ripe for some new recorded stuff.
Yes.
And new tracks.
After 2 years of like promoting like White Butterfly and sing the same songs, I've been dropping a few like newer songs in the mix, and that has been so fun. I will say for the Huntsville Women in Music, if you come, you will be able to hear one of my brand new songs. It's called Cry. It's unreleased yet, and so it's just going to be a live performance of you like hearing it, and I'm excited just to kind of get a feel of how it's going to be received. But I think it's going to be a timely song, and it's so appropriate for the event. Like for one, women, we get known for being super emotional.
Yeah.
But beyond women, I just think this song is, or my hope behind this song is just to kind of like inspire people and be like, it's okay to just cry.
Right.
You don't gotta stay there. You could just cry. And I'm so excited about sharing it there. My dad, who is my biggest fan, he's obviously really excited. He's like, when you playing Cry? When you playing Cry? And I'm like,
He hears you practicing it sometimes, I'm sure.
you know what though? Like, okay, so me and my dad, like, we're so, because especially this year, I've been so busy. My dad has even said, I don't even feel like you're like my daughter. Like it's
Really?
like I'm having to relearn you. And so he's come to like quite a bit, almost all my shows. I don't want to say quite a bit. He comes to all my shows. But it's so funny because he's literally like, when did you write this? And I like he can hear the growth and everything. And so it's really taken back because he's like, this is weird. Like I don't feel like, who are you?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he heard a glimpse of Cry. I ran it by him, and he loved that song. And he was like, when are you playing? Like every show that I've had this year, when are you playing Cry? When are you playing Cry? I'm like, not yet. But I feel like it's going to be so appropriate for Huntsville Women in Music.
Heck yeah.
So,
Well, they're all baited up, so please come out and support. I mean, you can come out anytime Thursday through Sunday
Yes.
and see, like, go pretty much anywhere in downtown.
Oh, yeah.
You'll probably be at Women's Weekend just by accident if you go downtown at all.
just go
because-
eat, and you're like, whoa, I'm a part of the weekend.
Yeah, it's
It's
all
amazing.
over the place, and there's big ups to all the like venues that are putting those people on because
Yeah.
like, I can't remember how many venues it is, but
Yeah.
you said 25 plus.
It's 25 women and then 15 plus
Ah.
venues.
Wow.
So, I
Yes.
mean, seriously, like, kudos to them because some of them even, you know, I guess they're even learning live music and they're like, we want to have it here, and they're just trying to honor us in the best way. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. But where can people find more info on like you and your pages and stuff like that?
Ooh, you can follow me at V_C_J or White Butterfly _records on Instagram, and then just go to my website. That's the best way to communicate with me, and also like if you want to book me, it's victoriajones.co. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Stay spicy from Victoria Jones and Spice Radio. See you later. I'm just gonna run up here and press buttons.